welcome back, I should say, to another Cooking with Karla video. Today I have for you guys some pork ribs with barbecue made in a crock pot, so it's a one-step thing. So yeah, if you guys want to learn how to make this recipe, keep on watching. Okay, so you guys will need some paprika, salt, pepper, some brown sugar, a bowl, barbecue of your choice, and some pork ribs. Now we're gonna go ahead and turn our crock pot to low. We're gonna let it warm up before we put our ribs, obviously. Now we're gonna go ahead and make our rub, and we're gonna start by adding 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of salt, 1 tablespoon of black pepper, and 1/4 of a cup of paprika. So you're gonna go ahead and just add it all in, and then we're gonna mix it with the spoon. So here you see me, I'm trying to break some of the brown sugar clumps. I don't know why my brown sugar got a little clumpy, but I am gonna try to break it as much as I can. We want to make a smooth texture to rub into our our pork ribs. So this is what it ended up looking like. Not as smooth as I like it, but I'm gonna go ahead and be breaking down as I sprinkle it in. So I'm gonna go ahead and sprinkle it onto our pork ribs. Like so. This is gonna get a little messy, so don't worry about it. You can always wash your hands, but I feel like this is the best technique to rub into your ribs. Now we're gonna do the same thing to the back of the rib. So we're gonna go ahead and flip them, and then we will go ahead and do the same thing. So add some rub to the back, so they're all nicely coated. So this is what the final product looks like. Now we're ready to put our ribs into our crock pot. So you want to put the meatiest side of the rib facing down. So towards the bottom, I should say. That way it will cook better, and it will cook faster. So then here you're just gonna see me how I set my ribs into my crock pot. You have to play with it according to your crock pot and the size of your crock pot. So this is what my crock pot looks like. This is what my ribs ended up fitting like. Now I'm gonna go ahead and pour some of the barbecue, and I opted for the hickory smoke barbecue that I had. I had about 3/4 of it left. This was one bottle that I had opened, but I feel like that was perfect enough for these ribs. So like I said, whatever barbecue you decide, this is where you just pour it. If you want it really saucy, then add, I would say, maybe the whole bottle. If you like it less saucy, then add, just half of the bottle. Just eyeball it. So then now I'm going to go ahead and just spread it. I'm going to spread the barbecue nicely so they all have kind of like an even coat to them. So just spread, and then that way the barbecue sauce also drips down towards the bottom. So the pork rib will actually soak in some of that flavor. If you hear a little voice, that would be my son. He's my little helper today. That's just how he falls asleep. now we're ready to go ahead and cover our pork ribs. And that is it, you guys. It's super easy. So you're gonna set it for 8 hours, and I usually put a timer on my stove just because it's the easiest way for me to remember, because it will buzz once it's ready to go. But if you're really good with timing, then you can skip this step and just eyeball it. But I would highly recommend you guys do put a timer, because you don't want to forget, because if you forget, then they will probably end up really dry. So I am gonna check them when it's about half of the time. So it's gonna cook for 8 hours on low heat. Now I'll check it back. I'll check back in at 4, so 4 hours, half of 8 hours, so 4. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip my ribs, so then the other part of the rib gets cooked. And I feel like this step is definitely necessary. Some people just leave it as is, and eventually will cook. But I feel like this gives it a guarantee that it will cook on all sides. So like so. Now I'm gonna go ahead and cover it and then let it end the other 4 hours that it has left. And this should be the final product. I just like to pair it with some mashed potatoes, some broccoli, and either I'll do like a cold pasta or maybe a salad. But I hope you guys enjoy. See you next time.